Welcome to City Insider. In today's video we'll start with Graham Souness left seriously impressed by £43 million Man City star, most recently. As the Portuguese international played a crucial role in City's 3-1 win against Manchester United on Sunday, Dion Dublin claimed he was outstanding and led this team to victory. While the £43 million, BBC Sport, man seems to be universally lauded as a world-class midfielder, as Ruben Dias recently claimed, he is still quite underrated. However, season after season, the 29-year-old continues to shine for Pep Guardiola's men, with his recent performances in midfield a reminder of why he is one of the best players in Europe. Graham Souness was quizzed about who he thinks are the 4 best midfielders in the Premier League, and after naming Rodri and Kevin De Bruyne, he also mentioned Bernardo Silva. "I'd include Bernardo Silva. He's a fabulous little player," he said on TalkSport. "Unless you pull Silva in and you play Mohamed Salah in that side and you go to the striker, so let's call Salah a midfield player. Let's get Salah and the 3 City players." Pep cut the Wi-Fi in Man City dressing room. Bakary Sagna has admitted Pep Guardiola cut the Wi-Fi to the dressing room on his first day at Manchester City. The Frenchman, 41, played 1 season under the Catalan boss when he first arrived in the Premier League in 2016, and when asked about his time under Guardiola, Sagna recalled how much discipline Guardiola drills into his squad. Speaking to Chris Wheatley, Sagna admitted that at times he felt like a child under Guardiola. He said, "Pep Guardiola, to me, is the reference as a coach, because you need to be very disciplined. You need to understand it's not only on the pitch, it's a whole life you need to adopt. It's about all the nutrition you're going to have all week. As an example, if you're 1 kilogram ahead of your weight, you're out of the team." He came to Man City and he cut the Wi-Fi in the dressing room. So you become like a child. At first, it's upsetting because you're thinking, I'm not a child. I don't need to go through all of these routes, but then you understand why they won the treble last year. Because everyone is kind of disciplined and everyone has the right mindset, and if you don't have the right mindset, you're gone. The Champions League is getting better and tougher. Guardiola finally ended Manchester City's long wait for European glory when he guided the club to success in the competition. Last season, it had been City's 12th successive campaign in the Champions League and their 7th under Guardiola, who had previously won it twice as Barcelona boss. City will look to cement their place in the quarter-finals of this year's competition on Wednesday, when they go into the second leg of their last 16 tie against FC Copenhagen, holding a 3-1 aggregate lead. City manager Guardiola said, "It's getting better and tougher. Always I had the feeling, when I arrived in Barcelona in the first years, that okay, we arrive in semi-finals, now to reach the semi-finals is so difficult. The teams are better, managers are better, everything is even more difficult than when I was a football player. But at the end, the better teams always go through. When you play 2 good games, you have more chance to go through." City closing in on £85 million midfielder. Interest in the 26-year-old has been retained following last summer, when Manchester City turned towards the South American at a time when they were coming to terms with the long-term injury to Kevin De Bruyne. However, following complications in negotiations alongside the emergence of gambling allegations and an ongoing investigation into the matter, Manchester City withdrew from all discussions and turned their attentions elsewhere. A significant investment was ultimately made in the former Wolverhampton Wanderers and Portugal midfielder Matheus Nunes, who has offered glimpses of his exceptional talent in the first 7 months of his Etihad Stadium career. Despite the recruitment of Nunes, City are once again looking towards Lucas Paqueta, and may be on the verge of signing their man in the coming weeks and months, based off the latest developments around the situation. According to the information of Manchester City insider Tolmi's Hairdo on X, West Ham star Lucas Paqueta has rejected inquiries from Premier League rivals Arsenal about his ongoing situation and possible summer availability in recent weeks. It is further detailed that Paqueta himself has told friends that he still has his heart on a move to Manchester City and playing under Pep Guardiola. It is claimed that the player's price is set at £85 million, and is the easiest deal to complete if he is cleared of gambling allegations. Manchester City beat Real Madrid to Jamal Musiala. According to a report by Spanish outlet Defensa Central, Jamal Musiala is the subject of interest from Manchester City. Pep Guardiola is driving the move for the Bayern Munich midfielder, and the Catalan tactician wants the Premier League champions to beat Real Madrid in the race to sign the 21-year-old from the Bundesliga champions. Jamal Musiala is one of the best young prospects in the world. A former trainee with Chelsea, the Stuttgart native finished his youth career at Bayern Munich after representing TSV Liège. Southampton, and the Blues in his formative years. But after joining Bayern Munich in July 2019, he made his first team debut a year later. The 21-year-old has come leaps and bounds in the last half a decade, becoming a regular for Bayern Munich. He has also broken into the German national team, already turning out 25 times for Die Mannschaft. Musiala has enjoyed a solid 2023-24 campaign thus far, amassing 9 goals and 4 assists in 28 appearances across all competitions. Manchester City's interest in Jamal Musiala is understandable. The Premier League champions were keen on signing Jude Bellingham last summer before he joined Real Madrid. Pep Guardiola now wants Manchester City to land the 4-time Bundesliga winner, who he views as a long-term successor to Kevin De Bruyne. While Manchester City will look to steal a march on Real Madrid for Musiala, the Merengues are well placed to land him, but it is unclear where the 21-year-old might fit into the scheme of things after Bellingham's arrival last summer. However, with Luka Modric and Toni Kroos in the twilight of their careers, he might find a place for himself in the Real Madrid squad. Manchester City will be an attractive destination for Musiala if he leaves Bayern Munich, but it will be interesting to see if Real Madrid can put a spanner in the works for the citizens for a second successive summer transfer window. Erling Haaland hints at Real Madrid move. Man City star Erling Haaland has consciously fueled transfer speculation by claiming you never know what the future brings amid links to Real Madrid. Haaland, in an interview with journalist Sam Lee, has addressed speculation about his future. The Norwegian said, "I'm really happy, especially with the people I'm surrounded by, the manager, the directors, the board. I am really happy, I have to say. I say this now, it will probably be a massive headline. Tomorrow you never know what the future brings, but I am happy. You can write this, but you also have to write everything I said before. I am happy." When asked if he would be willing to sign a new contract, Haaland replied, "Yeah, my focus is mainly now on the pitch. There's a lot of games, 2 days ago a derby, now CL. Sunday is Liverpool, so I think I should focus on that." When asked if he will have to wait until Messi hangs up his boots to win the Ballon d'Or, Haaland continued, "Good question. I don't know. I've won it all, but I'm only 23, so I want to win it all again. Messi is the best that has ever played. Maybe he has to retire for someone else to be regarded as the best." And that's the final content of today's video. Like, subscribe to support City Insider.